Hi, my name is Cristal Largueta, and today I will give you the answer about the question that we was studying in our last topic, and our topic was structure, grammar, and functions. And the first question say, what aspect of a structure should you consider? I select three, and the first one is the form. I select the form because I consider that it is really important to know the form of the speech that we have in each sentence in order to comprehend or clarify the meaning that this structure have. For example, if we are talking about the verb, it is important to clarify that we have two types of verb. We have irregular verb and we have regular verb, and it is important to know the form, how we write the verb in the present and how we write the verb in the past. It is important to know when the verb changes and in which way. Also, it is important to know the meaning in order to comprehend something. For example, a structure, if we are talking about in present, or if we are tell something like an obligation, like something like a petition, or if we are or if we want to talk about in present or in the past, it is important to know the meaning of something. Also, it is important to consider the use, because we can, as I mentioned before, it's important to know the form in order to know in which way we need to write something. It is important to know the meaning in order to comprehend, and it is important to know the use in order to apply this in something, in a conversation, in a writing, or in something that will help us in order to improve. It is important to consider these three aspects in order to improve our structure, or our grammar, our speaking, etc. Also, we have how do you decide what approach to take? It is important first to consider the attitude that my student have, the relationship that I have with my student. In this way, I will know which approach I will use in my class. Also, it is important to consider the level that my student have. For example, if I am a teacher of a beginner, I will apply a approach that can help my students, that my student can comprehend, that my student can apply. If I am an intermediate teacher, I need to look up for information that can help my students. Also, it is important to take into consideration the attitude, as I mentioned before, that my student have, and also the age that my student have. If I am a teacher of adults, I will use different resources in order to teach a class. But if I am teaching of children, I need to apply different resource, different approach in order that my student can encourage into my class. Also, I have the next question that say, what approaches can be used to the present or received language structures? I consider that some the visual and oral contexts are really good, because we can use this type of approaches in order to explain grammatical structure, but in an easy way. For example, if we want to teach the present progressive, we can create sentences in this picture. Say, the boy is playing football. As you can see, it's an easy way to teach an structure just with a picture. And also, we can use the short dialogues in order that our student can practice the language with another classmate. And also, we can use the test that have an interesting advantage, like can be adapted to the different type of the language, or maybe the learner have opportunities to try to work with things out. The learners can identify what they need to learn. Teacher can identify the needs that the student have. This is really important because it's like the focus that a teacher have in the class, right? Identify in which way the student wants to learn, or the needs that our student have in a class, in order to support. And also I have the question number 4. It say, how can you check students have understood what is being presented? It is important to concept question. We can give a short quiz at the end of the class in order to check the comprehension that our students have during the class. It is important to know we can use this type of resource in order to know if our students comprehend that topic, yes or not. Also, we can use translation if we are in a monolingual class. With translation will be an excellent resource for us, because we can translate the instruction of our student in order to know if our student comprehend that topic in a right way. This type of check a list of understood can help us in order to know if our student catch our idea or not. That's all about this topic. Thank you for listening, and see you soon. Bye bye. Take care.